Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? So, we are. Oh my god, I forgot he had a girl on this team. We are in quite an interesting state with this week's episode of Sword Art Online. We really don't get to see a lot of these things happen. Most of the time, when we know some things are coming in a show, as in um, the whole reason why we got a 18.5 seemingly was to flush out some of this access story that was going to be kind of filler-ish when it came down to just telling the backstory and what happened to Alice as a whole. But for some reason, they then again went ahead and told us even more information that I guess was kind of left out of the episode that was supposed to explain all of this. So it just felt weird that we got another explanation after getting an explanation episode. Like it kind of just didn't make sense to me in that sense. But for good reason, we still get to see a little bit more just idea of what the people of this village believe in and overall what they have, been told to believe compared to what they've actually been experiencing. And it's kind of sad that with what we get from uh, Kimito and, the overall narrative of just, what it means about the outside world. He knew exactly what was going to happen when Alice even had the idea of fighting against the top, the Pinef, the administrator. So, with all that being said, all of these things seemingly are falling too nice into place for this girl, the mastermind of all this kind of too easily for me, and that's where I kind of noticed that this show is really banking on the probably the ability or the idea of getting one of our main characters who are super broken to oh man, our thing got unlocked, to be the ones who beat Kimito pretty much, like already we can see that Kimito told her or told Blonde Kimito that his ability is awesome, compared to his own, and it's a good move to have and stuff like that. So he already acknowledged that he likes his buddy's move probably almost more than he likes his own, just because of how it could be used in multiple situations. So that's just how Kimito is, though. He likes all types of moves and he appreciates them for what they are instead of just being like completely jealous about it. He kind of just thinks of like how cool it could be to see it in certain aspects. But with this week's episode and us losing the seemingly help of one of our own, in the sense of we lose Blonde Kimito to the power of body. Yes, a woman's body has stolen a Kimito from us. If you send any type of support to the channel, it will greatly help us get Blonde Kimito back without taking his life. Which is also the worst case scenario when I think about it too, because the whole point of having those knives were to use them on a certain person, and with him being in the situation that he's in, he can't really use the knives now, can he? So that's where this story kind of, even goes in another turn of for the worse for our characters, because this man got himself caught up in all of this, and because of that, it's almost as if we're going to all suffer if we can't get if that woman learns about what that knife can do. If she just happens to read the system, pretty sure she could do like system call and then like read the information on it and maybe see something that it could do just in the programming of it. So everything we do around this woman is going to be crazy, crazy dangerous because this episode pretty much opens up with our boy curled up in a ball, pretty much, just chilling and having a good dream about walking in a room where she's already there, you know, and so it's like she already on different levels and different degrees kind of has a way to um, get in the minds of these like of her people that live in this area. So with stuff like that being involved in the show already, it kind of draws a narrative that she might be able to do that to more people than we actually know. And if that is the case, we should be worried about just who she could recruit or who she might recruit for a short amount of time to help her win a battle or something along those lines. Because she doesn't seem like she's someone who would hold back doing something evil if it would help her to win. She would always do that. So that's just the type of person she's coming off as. But overall, man, we are so lucky to get like just this episode overall, just to see what type of things this woman could do without it being so much physical, and them kind of just showing us like, hey, this is her overall ability right now, and she still has so much more to show. You know, like this is just her chilling and showing off that she has really high levels of manipulations in this world alone. Not to mention, she hasn't shown anything to do with her actual fighting power. So I am truly afraid for our characters at this point because, man, if I know any better, they're going to need a lot of help. And because they're in a situation where we don't really know how damaging it's going to be for Alice when she just had her eye burst with Kimito. So she's pretty much going to either be at a disadvantage, or hopefully she's going to have some type of way to recover that she might know that we don't know, or something along those lines. Not really sure on how that's going to play out, and that's all I was like really worried about. Is not only are we losing blonde Kimito, but we're pretty much losing you know, we're losing a very, very important weapon that was supposed to be used to pretty much even out the odds overall. And without any of that stuff, it's going to be quite a bit of a problem, like me getting beat up by this kid right now. So I don't know. I'm really interested to see what people think about this episode. Do you guys not like the fact that they kind of had a full-on episode to stress how much the overall narrative and story was messing with Alice and you know, and her memories as a whole, and then for this next episode to kind of come back and then rehash that same exact information we just already got, you know? So I don't know, it's just me. Let me know if you guys feel the same. But overall, I'm about to drop another video on Radiant, so get ready for that. If you are excited, make sure or if you just want to see content from me in general, make sure you drop a subscribe and a like if you enjoyed this. And I am the Anime G, and I will talk to you in the next one. Peace.